Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
And welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. As always, I am your host, Candy Washington, and I cannot wait to help you lead a more joyful life. So before we dive into today's episode, which is the number one mindset shift, well, maybe not the number one, but definitely a really important mindset shift for self-worth in relationships, particularly as a recovering codependent. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share with a friend. Also, rate, review the podcast if that's where you're listening, because your journey to self-love and self-worth is always better with a friend and some support. So don't forget to share this and check out the description box and the show notes for all the goodies. So with that, let's dive in. So if this is your first time here, then yes, I am a recovering codependent. If not, you've heard me talk about this a lot. So for me, it was really just learning to love myself and to accept myself and to put my wants and my needs first and to get my value from within, from my own divinity, from my own sense of self, and not from outside of me, not seeking other people's validations, other people's opinions, other people needing to love me, pick me, choose me, all of that stuff, validate me. So to me, that was really my struggle with codependency. It was thinking that I had to always give, always do, always prove in order to be worthy, in order to be valuable, in order to be chosen. And so for me, it's really been that journey in knowing that I'm already valuable, I'm already worthy, and I'm already enough simply because I exist. So that's really been the journey. And so I wanted to share with you guys one of my biggest mindset shifts for me that I've learned in order to know my value and my worth in relationships. And by relationships, I mean whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, interpersonal relationships, that's family, friends, coworkers, whatever. One of the biggest mindset shifts that I have done in order to know my worth is I went from always thinking, so my codependent brain would say, like, let's use an example of dating. Let's use romantic relationships, right? So my codependent brain used to say, I really want this person to like me. I really want this person to choose me. I want this person to want me. I want this. I want to get this person to love me and to choose me and to pick me and to want to be with me. That's codependent brain. I want to get this person to tell me that I'm good enough. It's essentially what it is, right? But my healed brain, my self-love brain, now says, is this a person that I actually choose? So with that, I put myself in the position to be the chooser. I put myself on the pedestal. And I put myself in my own knowing of my own value and my self-worth. I put myself in the position of what? Power. Because you give away your power when you think you have to get someone else to co-sign on your worth and your value. I need to get this person to choose me, to pick me. That's giving your power to them. But when your mindset is this actually a person that I choose? Does this person have the values and the qualities and the standards and everything else that I am seeking in a partner? Is this the person that I choose for me? Because I know my worth and I know my value and I know what I deserve. That puts you in the position of power. And that then creates an even playing field. So you're not over here being codependent and needing someone to pick you and to choose you so you can feel good about yourself. It's creating the even playing field. It's getting to know the person. Does this person value what I value? Does this person have the same perspectives as I have? What does this person bring to the table? Because I know what I bring to the table. It's a huge mindset shift. I had the same thing happen in my friendships. My codependent brain used to be, why is this person not being such a great friend to me as I am to them? I don't want to say anything because I want my friends to like me. I don't want to be drama. I don't want to be too sensitive. I don't want to be all blah, 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 blah. Whereas now my healed brain, my self-love brain says, does this person have the qualities and a friend that I want? Is this person understanding? Are they loyal? Are they kind? Do they respect me and my boundaries? Do they respect themselves and other people's boundaries? Or are they gossipy? Are they critical? Are they hypocritical? Are they disloyal? Again, put yourself in the position to be the chooser. Give yourself your power back. Know what your standards are, know what your values are, know who you are and what you bring to the table. And then you get to decide, is this a person I want to date? Is this a person I actually want to be friends with? Because you are coming from a place of authority. You are coming from a place of power, rather than coming from a place of, please pick me, please choose me, please date me, please be my friend, please like me. Please tell me I'm okay, right? Instead of asking people to determine your value and your worth, you know your value and your worth that you bring to the table. And then you get to decide who gets the pleasure and who gets the privilege of being in your presence. It just feels different energetically. It's a powerful and fundamental mindset shift. Not, please let me know I'm good enough for you. But it's, do you actually have the qualities in the person I want to date, be friends with, this, that, and the third that I'm looking for? And it's also not, I want to see if you're good enough for me, because it's not about being good enough on either side. It's not about them picking you so you're good enough, and it's not about them being good enough for you so you pick them. We're all good enough. We're all good enough. It's just saying, does this particular person have the qualities of what I'm looking for in a partner or in a friend? And I'm coming from a place of power in order to choose. So that to me was a big difference from codependent brain, please pick me, please choose me, please let me know I'm good enough, to healed self-love brain, I'm worthy and I'm deserving, I know what I value and I know what my standards are, and I'm coming from a position of power to decide if this person is compatible with who I am and what I want. Give yourself the power back. So there you have it. That was one of my number one fundamental mindset shifts as being a recovering codependent, to know my worth in my relationships. I am worthy and I am valuable and I bring a lot to the table. I know what my standards are and I know what I'm seeking. And then I get to decide, is this the person that I want to be with? Is this the person that I'm going to allow to be in my presence? Come from a position of power rather than needing people to validate you. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. If you found value in this episode, be sure to subscribe, like, rate, review, and don't forget to share this with a friend, because your journey to self-love is always better with some support. Check out everything below in the description box and in the show notes. We have a Facebook group, we have books, we have courses, we have a ton of stuff going on. So with that, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!